As long as my nips are not out.
Huh?
As long as my nips are not out.
I like I like my nips out, and people know that I don't have moves. They're actually a little perky.
Is that why you wear black all the time?
Yep.
Yeah. It's very
slimming, exactly.
No, I just don't like having conversations with people.
I get that. Is that why you don't use your microphone?
Me personally, I don't like it.
I fucking don't want to do this, actually.
I really can't
fucking Nate forced me to come over here. Said, "Look, bitch, we're in this together."
Oh no, I hate talking to people.
Yeah.
Like, do you ever go to the grocery store and somebody's like, you ask them how their day was and they tell you?
They actually tell you? Yeah.
I'm the weird one at grocery stores. I can't help if I see someone that like needs help with shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like the other day, I went to fucking Walmart and this dude was trying to reach some bottles in the back and he couldn't get it. And I was like, "Sir, do you need help?" He's all like, "Oh yeah." He's like, "I wish they had like, the springs that pulled up the packs and everything, or like a stick."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "All right, let me see if I can get in there." And I just like shoved my big ass in between the two shelves. And he's like, "Oh, I could have done that." I'm like, "Oh, I still got." He's like, "Oh, well, thank you anyways. I appreciate it."
Damn. See, I'm a piece of shit. I won't ask anyone. I'll wait till they like, "Oh, can you help me grab that from the top?" If I see them struggling, I'll let them struggle.
Same.
Let them fucking do it. Like, what am I,
Yeah.
How are they ever going to learn if I just go and help them all? Everyone's just helping them all the
Yeah.
time.
Because people that really want help won't struggle. They'll just see someone taller and go, "Help me."
Yeah, I'm
And it's
sure.
like, all right.
Yeah, I'm sure they've done it before without me. Like, they could do it again without me,
Yeah.
I just feel like I have the face that you'll tell people.
You do.
Yeah, like
You have a very nice, you're a very nice guy.
Yeah.
Like a gentleman.
I think so.
A gentleman.
I don't want to know what I look like, man. I probably look like a fucking asshole.
Well, you guessed it.
Yeah.
I'm a nice asshole, though,
spot
at
on.
least. I'm the nice one.
You helped that guy and he talked shit.
Right?
You know what? You know what's funny is, like, I understand, like, how can I put it? Okay, so, like, you know how people say, like, when they see a certain race walking down the street at a certain time of night, they feel uncomfortable. And
Who's that? Who says that? And which race?
Just like in general.
Is there a
like,
specific one?
But like which race are they usually talking about?
Like, when you hate
Any
like,
race.
like
Any race.
Asians.
Okay.
Asians at 3 in the morning.
Were you at the wrong part of Chinatown, bro?
Slovakians.
Very scary.
Yeah.
No, but what I'm saying is like
Chechenians.
But what I'm saying is it's kind of hard not to be what's the word, like, stereotypical around that stuff, because it's like, bro, I don't know, like, even like you, like, if I didn't know you and like as a woman walking down the street like 3 in the morning, seeing you walking, I would look at you.
Well, when you change it to woman, it's different.
Well, okay, yeah, you like that.
Clearly, as a woman,
I was like, I think a woman just seeing any guy late at night in a weird area is like.
But I mean, if they saw me, they'd be like, oh, maybe that guy can help me.
Yeah.
It's like if they
Maybe
see,
I'll
like,
ask him for a ride.
If they see me or you,
Yeah.
they're probably like,
If they see one of us.
okay,
me or Emil.
I'm excluding you.
No. I'm saying you.
Yeah, me or
you
him.
two, or me or him.
Yeah,
If they see one of us,
Yeah.
it's not like, oh God, I need help. It's, oh God, I need help.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, now I need more help.
Yeah, like when they see one of us, they're like,
Yeah.
okay, there's someone that's gonna help me, and then now they see one of you two, and they're like, that's who I need help from. You know?
Yeah, if it's 3 a.m., it looks like we're going to work.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, why is this guy out? The fuck?
Lonely.
See what I'm saying?
Actually, a really nice guy.
Right?
And they got to worry about us, huh?
Yeah.
We're the ones that murder them.
Yeah. Turns out you guys are pedophiles.
Like serial killers that are like hot or like.
Just go glide right by it.
What'd you say?
I said, turns out you guys are pedophiles.
No, we're not.
No, we're not. And you have no proof. Let me see your phone. Let me go through your phone.
Go ahead. It's on my actual phone I use.
Yeah. That's not your fucking.
Okay, out of the 4 of us,
Why do you look at me like
looking at us, which one?
Oh, I don't like this game.
Which one do you think we should probably watch? We should probably check their computer. He said, check my computer. Please check my computer. Get me away from this.
I fucking dare you.
Anyways, guys, welcome back.
Welcome back.
That's a full ADHD train, too.
Welcome back to another episode of Sobs on the Pod. I'm your host, Jordan. To my right, I got my co-host Emil Shaya. And boys, can you guys introduce yourselves? It's a rough Sunday for me.
My name is Manny Gonzalez. I'm from Yuma. I'm a comedian.
Manny!
My name's Nate Leche Laudermilk. I'm also a local comedian here in Yuma, originally from LA though.
Nate Leche! Thanks for coming on, guys.
Yeah, appreciate you guys having us back.
Before we get into it, though, you guys have something to promote. You guys got a show coming up?
Oh, so March 1st and then March 15th, we got 2 shows coming to you at Arizona Marketplace. We got Guy Hanna, Chris, Herb on the first show, including us two and Bree.
Yeah, Bree Carbajal.
And then on March 15th, we got who do we got? We got JC Anderson, Keith Ellis, and then both of us. And then we got this other guy. He's actually local too. I think he's like from like Walton area, but he actually is in Phoenix. His name is Juan Montoya. And he's gonna be coming down too.
Cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that there's other people that are from here that are doing this too.
Yeah, very.
Yeah, I actually went to a Cafecito show the other day. It was more of just like they had like people rapping
First
and stuff.
Friday.
Yeah, but it was for the skate park thing they're gonna have. They were like raising money for it. But they also did like some stand up, and I was like, oh shit! Like there were some people I've never seen before that are from here in town. So I wonder where they've been this whole time.
Yeah, I think so. I think some people just like weren't sure if they wanted to come out and stuff though too, and then other people are just now hearing about it.
Yeah,
that there's other scenes, and that's part of why we're trying to do more shows
'cause
as well.
Is this is the first show you guys are promoting personally?
Yeah.
You guys are like co-producing it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So-
we pretty much did everything. Again, we did like the posters.
Yeah.
We did like the images and all that stuff. And
Yeah.
I mean,
All the
nice.
booking and everything, we had to
Yeah.
go find ourselves. Actually, Cody hooked us up with the second show
Yeah, a lot of.
with JC.
So for people who don't know, Cody, who put the shows on for a while, 928 Comedy, he actually recently died.
It feels like it.
He died.
like it.
He died. He died from AIDS, the gay kind. And it's sad, and we're all upset about it. But we're trying to look on the bright side, mostly not seeing him wear flip-flops when it's 50 degrees outside, or wear a fanny pack when we know there's a gun in it. Or just
Is that legit?
or just really anything he stood for in life.
great guy.
Like janitors with guns.
We're gonna find a way to move on, and we're gonna be okay. And we're gonna miss him a little bit, but not a lot.
Not a lot of it.
And it's dope that even though he died from the gay AIDS, these guys are gonna be putting on shows, and that's exciting.
Hell yeah, dude.
R.I.P. Cody.
Yeah.
yeah. All right, for Cody.
That's funny though, because we do have a few people like now that Cody died, like people are just like popping up doing their own shows now. We got Human Noise doing.
Well,
Are you
I
guys
mean-
gonna do a thing too?
Yeah.
Make an Instagram page and do your own little.
I mean, he wasn't gonna
Production.
live forever, so
No, of course not. You know what's in that
it
beard?
makes sense that now that he's dead, that
You know how-
other
you know
people
how they
put
s-
on shows.
You know how they said when Bob Marley passed away, he had like 40,000 different types of lice in his hair or whatever.
Right.
I think that's Cody's beard.
Totally. Totally.
Bunch of rotten cheese. Can you imagine the nasty food that's built up in that beard?
Ron cheese.
No, I'm saying. Like, oh yeah, this guy too. Well, imagine like if you don't scrub like properly, and you just got some cheese
Gross.
grilled up in there. Shit expires in there.
You fucking go to Denny's and then go have dinner and go, oh look, leftover egg.
I get some shit like that in my mustache, and that grosses me out. I can only imagine like with a beard. Shit settles at the bottom, you don't see it.
You gotta clean that thing.
Yeah, I had a guy at a show when we were still doing Brewers, big ass beard, had his girlfriend there, and I was like, "Hey, bro, I just want to know, like, if I go like up to you right now and smell you, is it gonna smell like pussy? Like, I just want to know, do you ever wash that thing?" And she's like, "No, he doesn't."
That's a crazy first question.
And my pussy is rank.
I typically go like, "Oh, my name is Manny. How are you?"
So you guys been like doing some shows like outside of Yuma, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How's that been going?
You want to go first?
Yeah, honestly, it's been pretty good.
I know. Well, obviously we had you on before, both you guys.
Yeah.
It's been a minute with you, but wasn't gonna say. But yeah, last time you pretty much at the same pace, still going out to Phoenix and stuff. But it's been about a year now, so
Yeah.
I'm sure stuff has changed, right?
Oh yeah, I think
Opportunities and
I'm about to hit my 2 years of actually doing this.
Hell yeah.
Like in July, I want to say. But yeah, I've been getting like a couple shows. I'm trying to get like a roast battle in, so maybe next month for that.
You do that too?
I want to try it.
We've had some combo.
You haven't yet?
No, but the thing is, like, for me, like when I start writing those, like I got to make sure that I'm not too over the top.
Yeah.
Or because I don't know the mid ground, the mid ground of.
Yeah, I think like the mid is if you're up against a black person to use the N word.
I don't know about that.
I think that's like a kill shot
He's gonna put the mic.
in the roast community.
Yeah.
I've definitely learned with roasts is don't be scared, because that was honestly the
Right?
mistake
See?
when I did my
N-word.
roast battles.
That's what I'm saying.
was so
That's what I'm
dumb.
saying, dude.
I did my roast and I was too nice, man. Like a couple of my jokes were too nice.
You could have used a couple N-words in there.
Right?
Nah, but like
Not that mean.
well, I think I told you guys, or I don't know, but the first person I went up to was a little person, and so I
saw that video.
Yeah, so I was making the whole jokes, and the only one that hit was the Willy Wonka joke about him being the everlasting cock gobbler. Like that one hit so well compared to everything else I did, and I was like, okay, now I started to see. And then as I watched the people that went ahead of me, like how hard they were hitting, like based on race, stereotypes, and stuff like that, like you just gotta go hard and just take a quick look at everyone that you have coming up. And same thing too that I've learned from them, make a generalized set of jokes so you can use on anybody. So just have a set of fat jokes, set of like, racial jokes, stereotypes and shit. So whoever comes up to you, you're ready. And I was like, damn, that's a lot to learn. Roast battling in itself is its own art.
So do you guys have roast battles where they let you know who the person is you're going up against, so you can like look up stuff on them, or do you just see them that day of?
Usually there's a lineup.
Yeah.
So pretty
Like
much
prior to the show though?
Yeah. So you should probably look at their Instagram.
And do you guys do that?
That's
Try
what
to
I
get
did.
Dirt on him? You do?
Oh, straight up. So when we did ours, everyone put a little bit about themselves. Oh, well, fuck it. Everyone put a little bit about themselves, and I used that to figure some stuff out. And then I went to the Instagram and started using that to get a little bit more. Like I had one guy I found out was like into Harleys and stuff like that, and so I used that on him about being a biker. This
He's
other
a badass.
no,
That's all I wanted to be.
he looked like a coked out 1%er.
He's like, fuck, dude, this guy actually has a really cool life. He's a biker. He's in a gang. He's like the head of it.
He's
He's got a hot
he was
wife.
an
Got a hot
I
wife.
was-
Cute ass girlfriend.
he was an interesting person to say the least.
Yeah.
Like all falling in love. Like,
Just backfires. Yeah.
Yeah.
hey, like, what are you doing February 14th?
Dude, I can't imagine roasting. Like, I don't know, man. I roasting's a whole different thing. I don't know. Like, you're trying to make fun of someone, and like you're trying to be the best one at it because they're gonna come right back at
Yeah.
you, and if they're better than you, like the first time anyone just goes like hard right in the beginning to me, like I stop. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I don't know where to go from there. Like I can't. I'm not quick on my feet like that.
Yeah, that's the other thing is in between the jokes you made is rebuttals. If you had, and so I had a bunch with the first guy I had rebuttals in between everything, but it was just all it took was one joke out of what I said versus what he said for it to be just enough for him to win, and it comes down to just those little bits.
How many roast battles have you done?
Just the one, but still that was a huge learning curve because a lot of the people that are there, when you're the outsider, that was the other thing. At the end of the show, everyone came up and we had our roast for each other. A lot of the jokes they had for me was being the outsider and stuff like that, like who the fuck is this guy and things like that, coming up on stage and things. So it kind of varies, really. A couple of people had requests like, oh, try and be clever, don't say something about this or that because we always hear it and things. So I appreciated stuff like that, like don't stick to the usual stereotype. Like one guy, he's like, oh, don't do the terrorist crap, it's boring, it's old, everyone already uses it.
You hear that?
I didn't think about that. Calling you out of milk.
Figure something else out.
It's played out.
I got told that shit when I opened for Willie Barcina.
I think you said
Yeah.
that.
He was like, hey, man, he was like really cool, like said really nice things, but he was also like, don't do that. He's like, just don't do that. Don't do TSA jokes as a Middle Eastern dude. I was like, all right. And I haven't done it since. I haven't done it since.
Really?
Yeah, that was like 2 years ago.
Have you guys ever gotten like compliments or I guess criticism from the people that you've opened for?
Or like feedback?
Feedback, I guess you could say, yeah.
They're like, oh, you're good.
Oh, really?
They're just like, oh, good job, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I think we've each had like one experience where they actually took a time to like set us like stand with us off to the side and talk to us. So that felt like really good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because mine was Craig Conant.
Oh yeah.
When he came down, yeah, he actually like he was like, hey, come here real quick. He's like, good shit. He's like, but it was like something where he was like, bro, like you're just starting out, and he's like, don't do crowd work. He was telling me, he was like, work on like your jokes first. He's like, because he's like, yeah, people are gonna say stuff in the crowd. He's like, you don't have to address it. He's like, you could just blow past it, like if they never said anything. It was really cool. I was like, damn. Like first off, I was like, you actually listened the whole time, like you sat and watched it, and secondly, like you actually like thought about like how I could get better. Like it was just really cool. Like I don't know, because he's someone I look up to. Like he was like, I'm a fan of his, so that was really cool. But
I've gotten more like advice from like promoters.
You're
like,
just so
bookers.
good. Everyone's like,
yeah.
Dude, everything you're doing is perfect.
No, well, like a couple of promoters like I've done already.
Yeah.
They've given me like, or like the bookers have given me like advice. They always say like I would start like here and then at the end, but like I have to keep like a consistency in a way. And then they like my crowd work, which is funny because I don't do crowd work. Like all my jokes are like to set up something.
Yeah.
So it kind of feels like it's crowd work, but it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're asking rhetorical questions.
Yeah.
To set yourself up.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I've had a couple guys. Same thing. Not people that I've opened shows for, but I've done shows with. Like Peter Marshall, I've done shows with him for comedy entertainment, and he's given me a lot of advice as far as like my style of jokes, because it's been back and forth of, oh, you should do a lot of short jokes. Other people are like, no, if you like to do stories, do stories. Just here's the formula to do it, and that's kind of where it's been with me and Peter. He's told me his experiences with doing like story type jokes within that 15-30 minute gap. And that's where I've learned to change my way of writing is I got more time now. I don't have to do a bunch of short little jokes that all have big hits. I can do joke, small tag, joke, small tag, joke, small tag, and then go and hit with the big joke. And then Emil's helped me before too. And also another guy, John Boy. And the biggest thing those two have given me was word economy. You know, shorten up the words, get to the point faster, but don't take off so much meat that you're not actually giving enough detail to the story for people to understand. And that's something I've been working on a lot as well.
Yeah, for sure.
They got all fucking quiet. We actually go into some serious shit for a minute. It's just like, where's the shit talking involved?
I like how he broke the silence.
Right? I'm
just really awkward.
We're just
No,
sad, we're just sad Cody's dead.
I know.
We're still
I mean,
processing.
even Manny, like when we tell each other our jokes, it's we give small advice to each other, but we also are aware we have our own different styles. You know.
Yeah.
So that's where it's like, I would say it like this. I don't know how you would want to say it, but this is where I'm seeing you could do here, and it kind of goes back and forth with that. And I've had other comedians send me back one of my own jokes, and they'll rewrite the whole thing where I'm like, I can't say that. They're like, why? I said, because it's not me. It's not my style. And that's the other thing. If you don't like what you're saying and you don't believe in what you're saying, that's the biggest thing I learned is the audience will know 100% right away that you're not being truthful with what you're putting out there and you don't believe it enough for it to be funny. You know, it's like learning a knock joke someone teaches you and you repeat it and it's not as good. Why? Because you don't feel it as much as the other person did that told you it the first time.
What do you call a fish with no eyes?
What?
I was like, sushi?
Stupid.
So, what was it? The guy at the band one had a stupid one about
Terrible.
What was it? What do you call like a frog that has their car taken away and it's like a toad or some shit? It was some
Hell
stupid
yeah.
it was some like, elementary school joke, but I loved it. It was great.
Yeah, I like that.
It's funny. Like I think the other day, I know.
Was it or was it not?
Oh no!
I like that he points that out though. A lot of people do that. I think I'm like 31. It's like you fucking know you are.
I
Like,
am
yeah, I don't know why I said I think.
But I guess you went to like wherever, like I guess like close to Needles, you could see like the donkeys. donkeys.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, she got bit by like a donkey, and I told her that.
That's like a thing, huh?
Yeah.
That's what you got to worry about, getting trampled or like bitten by him.
Yeah.
I told her that you get Asperger's with it. Did you believe me for an hour?
Oh my god. What were we talking about?
The different types of
Knife play.
comics we ran
Knife
into.
play, yeah.
Comedy.
No,
their show.
No. I was gonna say.
Oh,
what
where-
I do envy with you guys though is like I never made it out of Yuma. Like the times I would do open mics, it was all in Yuma. That for me, just getting up there was like, oh my god, I'm doing this, and then like to leave my people or like I have an idea of the Yuma crowd that's out here. I know the things I can pretty much get away with where I go. But like I can imagine going to Phoenix, like going to a different city where you don't know anyone in the crowd, and like, so I give you guys props to that. But like, how is that? Like, obviously you guys do your open mics here. Obviously, before when you were just doing open mics here, you were still getting nervous and getting the jitters before whatever. But now I feel like that you kind of, I want to say like it's a bigger stage up there in Phoenix. More well known. You guys been to some bigger clubs that we've seen other comedians go to. So now that you guys have done that, going to like open mics here in town, does it kind of make it like a little bit chiller? Like this is more of a practice spot for you, and like the city to Phoenix is more where you get the nervousness, or you still get that either way, whether it's in Little Yuma or fucking Phoenix or somewhere where all the college kids are at.
I don't actually care. Like it's just one of the things like you stop caring. Like in a way, it's like
After so many times.
Yeah, like I just know that I'm gonna just say what I'm gonna say, and then I'll record it. Like I don't take it to heart. Like if nobody laughs, I don't care. I'll just like listen to it again. I was like, oh, cut this,
Yeah.
rewrite it, then I'm good.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things like you just gotta do it. Like I stop caring of like what people think. Like because I've done like open mics over there. It's like 30 people, everyone's talking, no one's even listening to you.
Sometimes as bad as that sounds, that's kind of
like
better because it's like, oh, cool, they're not even listening to me, so I could just keep saying my stuff and just try to like get it out. Like clearly they're not listening, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, it's almost better than them actually paying attention.
Yeah. Well, like for me, like you guys just got to lock into the people that are actually listening.
Yeah.
Like usually it's just like those 4 people. I remember I said a joke, like I was doing open mic over there, and then I said a joke like this. These people were like interested, and then it's like my pumpkin spice joke, and like some guy like way over there that was playing pool was like, hey.
Hell yeah.
I like that one. That's a good one.
That's great. That's like a big win.
It is, right?
When someone you're not even playing to is like, yo.
I heard that. Oh, you're listening.
Yeah.
No, but so after at this point you've been very consistent with stand up from what I can tell on social media. I don't obviously know you personally, but from what it looks like you're constantly doing this. So at this point, would you say like you kind of got rid of those pre-show jitters, or do you think you still get them? Because you sound a lot more, what's the word? I guess like confident, more comfortable.
Seasoned.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
tell that you've been doing this for a while now.
Yeah.
So I kind of wonder, like, does the nervousness and time go away? Because I imagine like the big comedians, I'm sure they get maybe still nervous for like a live taping or like whatever, but like their regular shows on the road, I'm pretty sure it's just them hanging out with like a crowd. You know what I'm saying? They just like have fun. Like at that point, that stress or that anxiety kind of goes away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like in the ways you kind of venting. Like I think I kind of started like every time I start like my set for like actual shows, like I just vent about something that happened to me, and then usually like when I opened up for Clayton like 2 months ago, I pretty much complained about the day before with that because I did a show at a bowling alley and it made like $5. And I just started my set just complaining about it, and then I just went into my jokes. So I kind of like that's kind of been my thing, I guess. I just complain about something that recently happened to me, and after that, I kind of feel like I'm just venting.
So if no one laughs, you could just be like, it wasn't supposed to be funny anyway.
Yeah, so like,
I was just telling you about my day.
And honestly, I don't know. Like I feel like mine is more like conversations because I'm not loud. Like I talk like this when I'm up there.
Yeah.
So it's just conversating.
Meanwhile, my loud ass
For
as soon as I get
you-
on stage.
I was gonna say from the moment that I've met you, you've always been kind of like in charge up there, very comfortable for sure.
Not at the first time though. Oh dear God, the first like like what was it? I think it was the second open mic I did is when I met Manny for the first time.
Well, I'm not saying you were good. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah, no, they were-
you look.
That's what he
I was
love.
not. Loudness hides a lot of things sometimes, but it
Was
does.
it
Like how
Brewer-
you said,
was
it
at
doesn't mean,
Brewers?
huh?
Was it Brewers?
The first show I ever did was actually at Crazy Earl's, and then we had.
I remember.
I actually cut myself down because at 2.5.
It was so bad. I cut myself.
It was so. So here's the crazy part. My friend, I had my friend go with me on
Yes.
another show.
Yes.
I think you remember her, Ivani.
Yeah.
She did better than I did.
She killed that night.
She fucking did awesome.
Yeah.
I told her, you actually talking about your kids the way you do, you got something there. I'm like, you should fucking run with
No,
this.
she did great that night.
Yeah,
That's the
she
worst
did.
one when you bring a friend and they're better than you.
Yeah,
It was actually my
Just for
first
You know what
part.
though? It was great because, like Manny said, she was just venting. I told her, just talk about your life. Trust me, people will find it funny.
Yeah.
I'm like, just give it a whirl, because a lot of times that's sometimes how comedy is. It's just listening to someone complain.
For sure.
In a funny way.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you're a good storyteller, yeah, that works.
yeah, and that's something I'm still working on
Trying
too.
to say he's not a good storyteller.
It's like, look here.
That works for other people, but not you.
It's like, looky here, Leche. I've heard your shit before, and it's not that great.
Wait, so what about for you? How's it performing over there in the city?
It's definitely a little more pressure to me because it's that I'm the outsider coming in, you know? So I definitely feel like, you know, they know the crowds a lot more. I don't. I'm still getting a feel for it. I'm getting a better idea of a lot of the crowds I'm going to, but I still always ask, like, hey, what's the crowd like? What, you know, what do they like to listen to? What kind of age range are we looking at? Because I want to have that little bit of research. Like every show, I kind of like cater to it, if you will. Like when I did the pot show, I mean, you know, a couple jokes about weed and stuff like that in my experiences. And then I did we did that veteran one recently as well. And so I had a couple jokes about like the military and my brother being in the military and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I think that's where I try and play is I want to make sure that each show in itself is special. You know, there's a little bit in there that I can bring in from that area and put it into my show that only the locals will know about. Like, Fluffy does that a lot of times when he does his specials. And that's something I try and do is I want to make sure that everyone knows that, hey, I checked your guys' stuff out. I got a little read on what you guys are like. And now here's a little joke to make fun of, you know, what I found. And then go into my stuff. You know, so I usually try and open as like, I want you guys to know I'm relating with you. You know?
I get what you're saying. Yeah. I guess that works. Yeah, a lot of I know when we would do like crest shows, when the guys would come down, that's what they would ask.
Yeah.
Like, what's like Yuma known for? Like, with one of them, we told them that we have like a lettuce drop in the New Year's, you know?
Sarah
And,
Yeah.
and Kim.
yeah, and so of course they're like, oh, you guys fucking celebrate lettuce.
You
Like,
guys
all
fucking suck.
we're like, oh, I don't know. You just asked us.
So
I
you guys
thought
are
that was
not
weird.
fun?
They immediately went on Rogan and talked shit about Yuma. And their
Like we're a
lettuce
bunch
drop.
of hillbillies and shit.
Right.
We're fucking. We had secrets at the fucking. We had the center of the world.
Yeah.
Made a bunch of lies.
No, but Yuma Yummies is like nationally known.
Yuma
Oh,
Yummies
yeah.
is?
Is it
Yeah.
really?
I don't
It's
know.
in the Urban Dictionary.
No way.
Yeah.
Yuma Yummies.
I can
really?
believe that.
So how do you find these Yuma Yummies?
If you were a Yuma Yummy,
Just
Where would
put
I
up-
be?
go to your local military surplus store, put on a uniform, and walk around the crest. They will find you.
If you want something low key, go to Reds.
Wait, so
Yeah.
so is a Yuma Yummy specifically for the military guys, or what do you mean?
That's more of where it came from my understanding about the term Yuma Yummies.
Yeah.
Is that they're kind of like that whole old version of Hey Soldier Boy.
Oh, okay.
What's that?
I was like, you've never seen Full Metal Jacket, really?
No, I don't want. I don't.
Oh, that's right. We talked about that. You don't watch a lot.
I don't remember.
I watch a lot, but
That's that old stereotype, you know, back in like Vietnam and stuff. It's like, hey, soldier boy, hey, soldier boy.
Yeah,
you know?
do that more.
Suck-
Do that voice more.
Right? A little sucky, $5.
Yeah.
We give you good. We give you good happy ending
That's my
after.
favorite.
Oh, fucking start getting
Right.
all the like 5 Asians in Yuma are gonna fucking bitch at me about that now.
No, there's 13 of them now.
You fucking. Oh, why? Well, at least you didn't say 14. 4 is actually a bad number in
Yeah.
Asian culture.
Don't like.
really. So
Yeah,
they don't
no,
like
that's a legit
angel numbers.
thing. There's literally hotels that do not have a 4th floor. It skips from 3 to 5 because of that. When
Bro, okay.
Why?
I fucking hate the 13th floor. That's another one, right? They don't have 13th floors.
Some are like that. Yeah.
Okay. If it says if I go from the 12th to the 14th floor, I know I'm on the 13th floor. Okay. In my head, I know I'm on the 13th. I know your wall doesn't say 13. The building doesn't say it has a 13th floor.
That's when you lie to yourself and you count the garage.
You know what?
Yeah, I'll give it that. I guess.
You know what I mean?
Even that's fucking ground zero for everyone.
For me, like when I was small, when I stayed like at Vegas when they had like 13th floor, I thought like
You stayed in Vegas?
I stayed in Vegas.
Oh, are you
I
rich?
stayed.
I'm like, shit, I got a show in Vegas coming up.
I thought they left like the
Shut
13th.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying shut up.
Trust me,
Stop
the
talking
story.
while you're talking.
My bad. Read the room, Leche. Read the room.
Yeah. So anyway, before I was interrupted by this guy. So I thought like the 13th floor was just vacant. Like there's just nothing.
That's where they kept all their fucking cleaning supplies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Just all the all the ghosts just hang out up there.
Yeah.
Are there any hotels where they have 13th floor? Like actual, like let it.
Sure.
Yeah.
I've never been to one. Now that I think about it. Then again, I don't think I stay in hotels that have a 13th floor. So.
I stay in 1 and 2s.
I stay like they got a third floor.
I stay in motels mostly.
I stay in ones where I'll just take the stairs.
I did stay in Equality in once. My mom paid for that.
How was the quality?
Bro, no, let me ask you guys. What's the cheapest hotel or motel you guys have ever stayed in?
Oh, dear God.
Dude, okay, so I'll say this. With my family, never. But one time when I was in the military and I was traveling from one place to another, can't remember where, I stopped somewhere. I was like, dude, I've driven already 10 hours. Like, I just need like a nap pretty much. Obviously, I paid for the night. I stayed in like a Motel 6. But this honestly looked like the first Motel 6 ever created. Like, it was what you assumed a Motel 6 would look like. Like, there was, like, people that lived in some of these. There was, like, people that had, like, plants in front of their doors and stuff. Like, it was wild. Like, they had a little neighborhood and stuff. It was crazy. When I got there, the bed was, like, half made. Like, it looked like someone took a nap in it and then, like, oh, shit, and they got out and, like, left it.
Yeah, oh,
threw it
fuck.
back.
Oh, fuck, this guy just checked in. I got to get out of here.
Bro, that was the first time I ever, like, laid, like, I just laid, like, up my clothes on the bed and just slept on it and just, like, napped. Like, I literally just napped. I slept for, like, 3-4 hours during the day and just to get back on the road and keep going. But it was, like, it was actually, I'm not going to lie, that was the place where I jerked off and I said, fuck this place. I turned over and I came on the floor.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
All right.
Hell yeah. We've talked about that place.
Oh, yeah.
On top of somebody else's.
Hey, it sounds like it was like an okay hotel, and I just made it like a raunchy hotel because I made it terrible.
You fucked it up. It turns out it was like a Four Seasons. It was just like Wolfgang Puck had a restaurant downstairs.
You're coming on our floors.
Like, dude, you paid $1,300 for that room. Why are you coming on the floor?
What about you guys?
I stayed at 2 places that were kind of crazy. One in Phoenix and one in Vegas, of course.
Are these when you're going to shows?
Oh no, this is like
you did this on purpose.
this is on purpose. It's like
you planned this. You planned to stay. If you have enough time to like plan out where you're like, dude, like in 2 weeks I need like this crappy hotel. Like, bro, just save up money in the next 2 weeks and try to get a nice something.
No, it's like when you're like 21, 22 and you're like going to Vegas.
Yeah.
All right, and then like your friend plans out the hotels and then you get there, you're like, what the heck? It was
What
like
the fuck?
it was like so the strip's right here and then the little highway's right there. Then like on the other side it was just like a hotel. Like the door. Dude, it was not nice. And then like Phoenix, I think this was like a nice hotel too. I just remember like I was by myself, obviously, and then I just like hear like some guy like knocking on the door next to me. He's like, "Hey, you better give me my fucking money.
Oh,
I'm gonna come back." You know, like, oh my god,
Oh, yeah.
Give him the money, please.
it's like, how much does he need?
Yeah. Do you guys ever like learn how to distinguish the difference between a hotel and a motel?
No, I still can't figure that out.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's inside, and one's outside.
I don't know that it's as much that as it is the lobby is connected to the rest of it versus like a separate office. Like I feel like a motel is like an isolated office, and it could be outdoor, and then you could be at a hotel that has outdoor rooms, but it's fed through elevators from the lobby. This like beautiful kind of ground level, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not beautiful, but it's connected. It's made to be that thing. Whereas I feel like a motel is like you're over there in the office, we're over here raping and doing heroin. You know what I mean? Like it's very
In that order?
it's very separated. Yeah.
I just thought the doors outside if it's a motel,
Yeah.
doors inside.
No, but
if you
they're-
have-
But I've stayed at like nice hotels
Where the
with
doors face
outdoor-
outside, yeah. Yeah, I know. I thought
like
that
outside the Riviera,
Yeah.
seeing the ocean.
that's a motel.
It's a motel.
You know the like Roach Motel some people talk about?
What is? Yeah.
So I legit stayed in one without realizing it. Like pictures looked okay at first.
But they had roaches
when
in
I
it.
got there, it was bad, dude. Fucking the door was jiggling the entire time. It wasn't like lock. The AC was barely hanging inside the window. There was like gaps throughout it that like led outside. The floor in the shower was like shitty ass tile that was all broken up and everything. Like it was horrible. Mind you, I paid $35 a night, so I kind of got what I asked for.
Yeah,
But-
you know what? That is true.
And-
35?
Yeah.
What'd you expect?
Right. I was like, at least a little decency. And like, even food wise, I only did this because I was saving money because I had to drive like a whole hour to get to this site that I was working at for like 3 days. And the company wasn't going to pay for the hotel this time around. Usually they do.
So you went the cheapest route?
I went the fucking cheapest route I could because I just need a bed because I'm working 12-hour shifts anyways.
Fair enough.
But I had like this 10-in-1 like air fryer pressure pot thing, and I actually made spaghetti inside my hotel room. So I legit
Fucking
got.
gross.
I bought a gallon of water. I did. I bought a gallon of water, some pasta, some marinara sauce, some Italian sausage, and I made the sausage, put it into a little container, and then I made the pasta, drained it out, and then I just mixed it all up in the fucking thing, dude.
He's the guy I've been showing you on TikTok.
Oh shit!
There's a guy I found like a while back on TikTok, and
Gross,
he just makes meals in hotels, but like
In
he'll
the grossest way.
Oh,
he'll-
with like the fucking iron press and
the
shit, right?
iron. He'll use the iron to like make a grilled cheese on it, or he'll like fill the sink with like he'll flood it with water and stick like a stick in there so it heats the water up, and he'll make like birria and like
I won't do that. Like I'll actually bring some cooking utensils because I've been to some hotels where I've had to stay for a couple days and it's like cheaper for me just to cook in my room.
No, it's crazy that you cook in a hotel.
There's $1 menu.
No, and that's true. But I
It's
was
a 2 for $5.
I was on like a very specific diet at that time, and where I was at were like all these places by the border in bumfucked Egypt, so there wasn't really much to work with. So I just like even sometimes I just buy some cans of raviolis and shit, and I'll warm it up there so I have dinner at the place I'm staying at. You know, otherwise I'll like take it to work and do it like that way. But
You're
it's
in
a little
Egypt?
weird. Huh?
You're in Egypt?
Bumfucked Egypt. You know? BFE, bro.
Yeah, can we take a break real quick? We'll be right back.
I have to pee.
I know when he said Egypt too, I thought that too. I was like, oh, I think it's like the saying. And then you said it. And I was talking about the
Oh no.
I hate the ones that got like super citrusy. Like your hands smell like you just went through like a pile of lemons or oranges. Like you got that oil just all over.
Sounds hot.
No, I like. We're back. I actually like really scented or really good smelling. Like when people put time and effort into their hand soap, especially people that throw parties at their house. They know people are coming over, and so they really like pull out the good stuff. Because mentally, like when I leave, I want people to know I did wash my hands. And so if I'm like. I like to do this where if I'm in front of the person that owns the house, I'll be like, "Oh man, like the hand soap smells really good," and they'll be like, "Oh, right," and like automatically like, "Oh, he's a clean person. He washes his hands. He's respectable. I want him here more."
Smell
often."
this.
Yeah, smell my fingers, dude. Smells amazing. But yeah, so I respect someone that does put effort into that.
I agree with that. And some are real nice. Some are like put it on, you're like, oh man, that smells good. And others, you're like, that's a little too strong for me, but I appreciate it.
Yeah. Nah, I think the stronger the better. I want people to know I wash my hands.
Damn, you guys use soap?
You guys wash your hands?
It's like you just go over there. It's the one bar of community soap, and you're like, how many fucking people have touched this?
Do you wash your hands before or after you pee?
After?
Depends
Why not
what I'm
before?
doing.
Huh?
Depends what I'm doing. Like if
Yeah,
I'm
that is true. That is true. If I did something like my hands are obviously like super greasy and shit.
Like if I just fingered a butt, I'm gonna wash them first.
Oh, you
Like-
wash your hands for that?
and like just looking at your head like cochino.
No, but so you guys, why wouldn't you wash your hands before you pee?
I just look at my It's fucking gonna get dirty
They're
again
not
right
about
now
that.
anyway.
like I said, it depends on what I did before.
Yeah, but okay, I'm just saying, like, let's just say, like, even, okay, like, if you go to Walmart, if you go, say, you, as soon as you get there, you're like, damn, I gotta take a piss. When you go in, do you wash your hands before you pee or no?
Yeah, if I go to Target, I don't wash my hands.
Walmart, yes.
Definitely.
If I walked by a surfing chicken,
Dude, even
I'm washing my hands.
dude, even Walmart knows it's disgusting. Like, if you notice, they don't even have doors. They just have like a little like maze to go into it. So that way, they don't even want you touching like their doors. They're like, just get the fuck, just go in, do your thing, and get out. Like,
That's true.
yeah, Target. Yeah, it's a
That's
good
that's
point.
the one thing I hate with like trucker gas stations, man. After like I wash my hands, like there's the handle that like everybody and their mother's been touching, so I have to like go with my elbows and shit and just push outward when I leave.
You are that. I do the shoulder thing.
Yeah, I do that too.
I like the little foot thing they have on the bottom. So I think In-N-Out has them. It's a little metal thing you can like push it open with and pull it so you can close it if you
I
want.
think that was
Prison
'cause of
Prison
COVID.
Hill has them.
The little foot
A
thing.
couple of places still have them from COVID.
I like.
Yeah.
You know
I
what?
like 'em.
And I'm gonna say this. I think I was doing this even before COVID. But what just really grosses me out is when I leave the restroom, whether I wash my hands or not, is like when I go to grab the knob or like the handle, and someone washed their hands, they didn't dry them, so they grabbed it wet. So I just feel like a cold wet. I can feel the wetness of it. That's what grosses me out. Whether it's a clean hand or not, it just grosses me out that like this handle's wet. And now, like, I grab it, I'm like, what? Now I got to wash my hands. Now I do have to wash my hands. Because I wash my hands before I pee. Because I'm going to say this, guys. Like, I don't know what I touch throughout the day, whether it's, like, situational or not. Like, just, I know when I go into Walmart, I'm like, I've touched a few things. I probably grabbed the cart or whatever. So I'm like, I'm not going to touch my clean dick with my dirty hands. So I wash my hands, then I go pee.
Clean dick.
Clean-ish. I mean, it's a lot cleaner than these door handles. That's all I'm saying, you know?
You're not wrong.
Sure.
But yeah. But so I don't put germs onto my penis, just other than the normal ones that it gathers itself during the day.
Do you use the paper when you close the faucet though?
Do I? Oh well.
What?
Nowadays, a lot of them are the hand
Well,
ones.
yeah,
though.
but a lot like even like at my nursing places and stuff that I've worked at and everything, just being medical. That's one of the things they teach you is that if you work at a place that has the handles,
Yeah.
wash your hands and then you dry your hands and then you take those and then you use that to close the faucet and then throw it away and then use your back, shoulder, elbow, whatever to open up the door.
So what's funny is what I'll do is obviously I still gotta wash my hands. So I'll touch with my hand. I'll turn the water on. Wash my hands. When I turn it off,
Back of your hand.
back of my hand or like my forearm.
Yeah.
I've
So
seen
I'll
people
just
do
rub
that
it
too.
like that, and then I dry my hands. I do grab the handle with a napkin, and luckily, like for the most part, usually they're smart and they'll put a trash can right by the door, so I can open it, hold it with my foot, drop it in there, and walk out. So boom. But like I said, I'm more of a wash my hands before kind of guy. I got a clean penis. For the
I
I
most.
got a real clean
I don't know what you're
penis.
trying to
He's
prove
just
here
like, he's like, I
Wash my
know.
hands before, dog.
Dave Chappelle. I got a clean penis.
That's all I'm trying to say.
I have a clean penis.
Oh, Mel, you said you got the
You had a hotel story.
worst hotel story.
No, I didn't say I had the
All right.
worst one.
You have a pretty bad one.
Pretty.
I have a few bad hotel experiences. Like, I stayed in Fort Hood one time when I was driving to Houston.
Texas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just stayed in this like shitty hotel. It kind of felt like how when you were saying when you came on the floor, it was like that. Like, like
You wanted to come on the floor. You're like, fuck this place.
I wanted to come on the floor, but I was just too scared.
So
Like
disrespectful.
the windows didn't fully close. Like it was creepy. And then I stayed by the Phoenix airport one time. That was pretty bad. There was like a midget pimp in the lobby, like fighting the people. It was weird. And like those were both weird, but they weren't anything like. So when I was like 21 20 no like 20 we talked about this where I had a good job. I traveled a lot for work, so I accumulated a lot of like points from like ages 21 to 23. And then when I quit that job when I was like 23, me and my friends wanted to go to Vegas, and I was like, look, like we could, and this is how you were saying, like a friend gets the hotel and it's like just what it is. I had told a couple of them, I was like, we could go to Luxor, fucking, one of these baller circus, whatever. One of these baller hotels.
It was a different time, guys.
Or we could use my points, and the whoever I had the points through, they had like a partnership thing with Travelodge, and there was a Travelodge on the Strip.
That must have been by Fremont.
Have you ever stayed at a Travelodge?
No, is it now? There are nice ones though.
No, this is awful.
This is so bad.
No. Well, have you guys noticed lately? Like Motel 6 does it. Best Western used to be kind of a cheap one. They'll like kind of rebrand, same name and everything, but they'll have like a really. Have you seen it in San Diego? There's like really nice Motel 6s.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, don't look at me crazy like that.
No, I've seen places like that.
money.
Best Western does that because
they're like upgrading now. So that's what I'm saying. Like what you thought. That's what I'm saying. Back then, yes, Best Western, the Motel 6, all those, anything that said motel was like bad. But now they're kind of like upgrading that shit. So changing the stereotype.
Yeah. I bet you when they were first built, they're nice, right? The first Motel 6.
Their game plan was just to be shitty motel. Like they're like, no, low expectations,
They used
guys.
to have a lot of commercials for Motel 6, actually, if I remember.
Back,
Yeah, they
used to be
were
popping.
Yeah, they were for a while, and then you just realize like this is crap. Like
There has to be a documentary on like the downfall of like
the
motels.
downfall of all motels within Southern California.
For sure. So that Travelodge was terrible, and it was like behind kind of like like the shops off the Strip, like they'll be next to a liquor store and it's like T-shirts and one of those things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You had to drive in like you were going right up to that building, and then it was like behind it. It was like they clearly built the Strip around whatever the fuck this Travelodge used to be or was supposed to be, and it was back there. So we finally like get there, park, and we're going up, and I had, with all my points that I accumulated over 2 years of like, I traveled for work. I just, every day I was on a plane in a hotel for 2 years. So all of those points, 2 straight years worth of points, got us 3 rooms for 2 nights at the Travelodge. And we parked, we all got there, we like caravaned from Yuma, and there was like a bunch of us. There was like 15 of us. And we get there, and we're like getting our shit out. We're all excited. We're like, a handful of people started drinking on the way.
Yeah.
So it's like, you're already partying. And we get out, and we're like, you know what? It is fucked up, but this is, but this is gonna be dope. We were like,
I've had those.
We're gonna get up to the rooms. It was 1, 2, 3 the rooms. Like not connected because they didn't have that, but they were close. They were one after another. So we were like, we're going to get up there. We're going to fill the tubs with ice. We had taken a bunch of booze. Mike, who we had on Cockroach Breath, he got fired from CVS leading up to that trip because we went to Tucson just to buy a bunch of alcohol that we knew he wasn't going to charge us for. So he would do this thing when he worked at CVS where he'd like scan gum. And then we'd pay for the gum, but we'd walk out with like 530 packs, 4 bottles, So we did that. So we're unloading all that. We're walking up the stairs to go to the rooms, and this like girl, like cute, nice,
Hooker.
She's cute. Yeah? She was cute. She was dressed sexy. Yeah, I mean. She runs by and we're like, what the fuck? And she looked upset or whatever. And then behind her, like a second behind her, this dude comes walking like slowly. And he's like 6'1", 120-pound, like white guy. Like he's just a skinny white guy with like zits. And he's putting his jacket on as he walks by us. And he goes, bitches, man, they make you put your hands on them.
Oh my god.
He was like the skinny fucking white dude. Bitches, man, they make you put your hands on them. And we were like, oh, for sure, bitches do that. And then we just went to drinking like as hard as we could and tried to forget that. And it was like things kept happening. At one point we were in the pool. There was a tampon floating in it. Did it come from our group? Maybe. but we're gonna blame that one on the travel lodge too. It was nuts, dude. It was bad.
White people are crazy.
White people are crazy. White people can be anything. That's more proof, though. White people can be anything.
Yeah, it's true.
They could be a Vegas pimp.
They could be
That's
like,
not for them.
no.
That's not. They're not supposed to be able to do that, but they can.
Fucking Will Ferrell Gator.
Yeah, Gator's bitches. What does he say? Gator's bitches better use Jimmy's.
Yeah, Gator needs his cat.
Gator needs to get.
Have you ever like set up a hotel for someone and then it was like the worst experience they've ever had
I
and
did
you
that
felt
for
bad?
my parents. Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
I always use was it like the Fairfield and stuff like that? Like that whole system. I have the rewards, same thing, travel, all these points and shit. Parents were gonna stay at Knott's over by Knott's Berry Farm, so I was like, they stayed at the one over in Phoenix when I did my Tempe shows and stuff. And they're like, "Oh, this is nice and everything." I'm like, "Yeah, this is actually pretty nice, right off the freeway by the river and everything."
Next to Knott's Berry Farm.
Yeah, I sent them to Knott's Berry Farm. They get in their room. They send me all these pictures. And I'm like, what the hell? The doors got paint peeling.
Jordan's cum all over the floor.
I'm pretty sure there was.
And there's cum on the floor. What the fuck? Who does that?
There's cum in the
My
shape
mom
of a
was
J.
like, what's this white sticky stuff? But there was like.
She really?
No.
She touched it.
God. But no, legit though, there was actually like blood stains on the floor. There was bullet holes. I actually looked it up. There was a murder at that specific hotel. There was rust like breaking down on the stools and the AC and everything. The paint was peeling off literally the doors and the walls. There was police there because a homeless guy was like trying to swim in the pool and shit. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Do you love your parents?
I love my parents. I didn't know it was that bad. Like, you figure by Knott's Berry Farm it'd be one of the nicer ones.
No.
That area is a bad area.
Well,
Knott's Berry Farm.
Knott's Berry Farm itself is ghetto.
Well,
Yeah.
after that, they went back a different time for like New Year's. So I set them up with the actual Knott's Berry Farm hotel that time. But I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do that to you guys again. Like, that was horrible. I felt so bad.
I would too.
I remember one time we were going to San Diego, but went like super last minute. So I was like, really, because like we were gonna stay the night, we're gonna stay another night, but we were like, tonight we're gonna get there like around 11, 12. We just need a place to sleep and get ready, and then we'll get a nicer hotel. So on the way there, we found like a spot that was close by, and we ended up staying there, and it ended up being like in the ghetto. And I remember at one point, it was like probably 12 or 1. Like literally, I was smoking in the hotel out the window, and like no one cared. Like there was like a hotel party next door going on, and at one point, like me and my girl were smoking, and like we started getting the munchies. It's like 2 a.m, and she was like, I really want to go get like snacks right now. And we were right across the street from like a gas station, but we were like, it was already a bad area in the area we're at. I was like, once we're here, like we just got to stay in here, sleep, and then we'll be gone. But and then as like being a guy, I'm like, well, I don't want to be a bitch. I'm not gonna stay like we can't do that because I'm scared to go out there. So I was like, yeah, cool, let's go get snacks, bro. As soon as we walk out, we go straight to the elevator. This guy comes in. He's got a ski mask on with a hoodie over his head. He's got a backpack on, and he's like standing, like he just walks right in and like turns, like gets against the back of the elevator and just stands there with his hands in his pocket. And us two just standing there. We're just like looking around. Like we go down to like a couple floors. It stops at 1. He gets off and leaves. We get down to like the parking lot. We were in the parking garage, bro. There's like 5 or 6 cars lined up. There's all these like black people. They're like out there listening to music. They're sitting on the cars and stuff, and we have to walk all along them, like in front of them, to get to our car. And we're just like, and I mean, like we're Mexican, but at the same time, like we probably just still to them look like just some like, just like some like white couple. You know what I'm saying? Like just like clearly they don't belong there. And go to the gas station, bro. In the gas station, you had to like ring a bell to they could let you in. Once you were in, the whole front cashier was bulletproof glass. There was like a little cutout where you would slide your stuff, and like there was like holes in the thing so you could like talk to you. It was so fucking sketchy. But like you said though, it was just like in the area I thought was a good area, so I was like any hotel should be good. And I guess I really didn't read the reviews, but yeah. And when we got there, it wasn't too bad. There was all those people weren't there. It was just late at night. It all started coming alive, and we could hear like all night. We could hear like door slamming, people running up and down the hallway.
Oh, that's the worst, man,
dude. And am I gonna say anything? What am I gonna tell them? Am I gonna say something? Am I gonna call fucking front desk? They're probably in the party too, like part of all of it.
Yeah, stop yelling help, dude. We get it.
Go to bed.
Hello, I'm trying to sleep, and a woman outside my door keeps asking her boyfriend to ask somebody. She keeps telling him he better ask somebody. I don't know what he needs to ask.
But it's not like she's saying ask, so I don't know if she has a weapon on her. So
dude, that was Nogales for me, man. I was staying at a Candlewood suite, and
I've never heard of a kennel.
they're extended stays.
I've heard of those.
Yeah, they're extended stays, so they're meant for like when you're gonna be
Candlewood?
somewhere.
It gets lower.
I
lived in a Candlewood for a minute.
Yeah, I was there for like a whole year in Nogales because that's where they had me at the site because I was working the entry into Mexico there at the port. And the people that were next to me, they had a lot of military people coming in and out of that specific one as well. Well, dude, I swear to God, every day was like a fucking novela. Like before I go to bed, I would always hear them yelling and shit and so much drama. I wanted to put a note under the door, be like, "Hey, yo, can I like sleep for 2 hours before you guys start bitching at each other?" It was bad. And then the laundry room too. If you do not fucking pull your shit out, they will pull it for you because all these people are trying to like get done. So I would sleep. And I would wake up a little too late. I come back out, all my shit.
But that's like that's anywhere with shared laundry.
Yeah, which was understandable.
Move your shit or fucking.
Yeah. I learned that real quick, man. But it was crazy. And then I'm like trying to play video games late at night. I got it fucking all the way down, headsets on. I'm like trying to be a good neighbor. And then next morning, I'm hearing them fucking play Call of Duty 2, but it's like blasting. I'm trying to go to sleep like, fuck.
Yeah,
they weren't playing Call of Duty.
For reals.
No, dude, those what are they called? Extended stays or whatever?
Yeah.
Those are weird. Like I remember one time we booked a room for the night, but I was like, there was people. I was like, oh, people live here. Like it's like a hotel where like there's people that come in and out for the night or whatever, but there's people that like live here. Like it's a little neighborhood.
Yeah,
like,
that's what it was.
Weird.
I lived there for a whole year, damn near. Over at the Nogales one before they put me to an Airbnb for a different site that I was at. But it was basically my own apartment.
I love hotels, dude. I love staying at a hotel.
Your own apartment that gets cleaned whenever you want it.
That was the nice part, bro. Especially when COVID hit, I was staying at the extended stays, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, I need toilet paper and this and that." I'm like, "Hi, can I get like a roll or two?" Everyone else is bitching. I'm just like, I get it for free.
Here's a towel.
Yeah, for reals. I felt.
That's your third roll this fucking week, dude.
Dude, I was surprised they didn't yell at me because I used to dye my hair blue. And I dyed it. All the curtains got blue and everything. I actually went out to Walmart and bought blue sheets for my pillows because the first time I did it, it looked like I fucked a Smurf, man. Just everywhere was blue hair dye.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I remember one time me and this girl hooked up in a hotel and she was on her period.
Oh, fuck.
And she had to go to work early in the morning, so we just got a room just to have sex. And so she left way before I did. So when I finally woke up and I left, bro, there was like blood like all over the sheets and stuff. And I was like, dude, this is not good. Like if I walk out of here,
turns out you killed her.
Like if she
didn't go to work.
If like something happened to her on the way to work and no one ever finds her, and they're just like, well, this is the last guy that saw it. Like there's camera that shows her leaving. He's leaving. There's blood everywhere. So obviously they had like a dispute of some kind, and now she goes missing. Like I'm the number one suspect. It all makes sense. Like it was, dude. It was bad. Have you guys found anything disgusting in hotels? Like where you had to like be like, yo, can you guys please move me rooms? Like,
bro,
there's a pair of underwear in the bed sheets or something.
I stay in nice hotels. I'm kidding.
No, you piece of shit. I've seen the documentary. Well, there's not a documentary, but there's like a YouTube video where like they go into like 5-star hotels and like they'll put the blacklight test or they'll do like testing of the water, like weird shit. And they're like, yeah, like
we went to Legoland like a year or two ago.
That's another
with
bad
the
area.
Kids.
Yeah.
And we stayed at one of the Legoland hotels, and we like get in and paid a bunch extra to stay in one of their hotels.
This bed hurts.
And
Yeah,
this sucks.
They fucking wake up 3 a.m.
Legos.
That's what they do. They just fucking
I left home to get away from Legos and not step on them.
welcome to Legoland.
I gotta put the toilet together to fucking use it. What the fuck?
fuck. I'm gonna shit my pants. Fuck.
What is the fucking?
You gotta build the flusher. So the kids area has bunk beds, and we get there, and it's like for the kids, right? It's Legoland, so they're instantly into climbing and fucking look at this on the wall. There's a dragon over here. And then it gets
There's a guy.
And then it gets
The fucking
quiet.
eyes on the portrait are moving and watching me.
It gets quiet, and then my daughter goes, like, I hear like a jingle, and she goes, "Are these yours?" And
What the fuck?
I was like, "What?" And like, I still have my backpack on. I don't even think we had our luggage
Just
in the
walking
room.
in the room. Yeah.
And she's got a bottle of pills.
Oh shit.
So someone had left their like. I ended up Googling what they
fucking
were.
fentanyl.
No. They were like fuck. They were like a blood thinner or blood pressure type pill, maybe.
Hydrochlorothiazide.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
I'm busting out my medical real quick. HTC.
Totally. That's totally what it was. But it wasn't anything I wanted to keep.
Right.
Or like
Yeah.
or like anything that I was like, oh God, my kid was holding that. So I just took it to the front, and they were like, okay. I was like, yeah, no, that's crazy. My child found pills in the bed, and they're like,
Compliments.
it happens, man. We'll make sure this guy gets his pills. All right. I was like, all right.
I honestly, I think my parents are very, most times that I go, like I've never had issues on my own when I go to hotels. When I go with my parents, the most they complain about to where we have to switch rooms is like, maybe like the AC's not working properly. Like that's like a big thing for them. AC, it's got to be cold in the room.
Oh yeah.
So like if the AC's not working properly, they'll be like, we need to switch rooms.
Which is
like
crazy because everyone in that entire building has their shit set at like 60.
Yeah.
So it's like very reasonable for the AC to go out.
Yeah, no, I can
know
understand
what I
why
mean?
that thing would
Yeah.
probably freeze. People put that shit so low.
Yeah.
And that's something like, I don't know if this is like, it's not where I work, but it's just like as I gotten older, I've learned this. But like, the lower you put your AC, the more you're making it work. So like that shit could freeze the pipes. Like, because like where I live, we get a lot. It's like I'm in the office for like housing now, so I get like all the work call. Like when people have like, oh, my fucking dishwasher went out. A lot of people in the summertime will call because their AC went out. And what happens is it's fucking 110, 115 out here, and they're trying to set their house. They're trying to make their house feel like 61. So and their house is reading fucking 73. It's like, yeah, bro, like. You gotta chill out. Like, it's not gonna reach 61, so it's gonna stay at 73. But the motor's gonna be running. It's gonna be freezing that entire time. Your pipes are gonna end up freezing. You're gonna have no AC after a long time. So like, the best thing to do is like set it at like 73, 74, and like in time it'll like start acclimating to that, and then you can go a little lower than that. But people try to go from like 73 straight to like 65 and shit. It's wild.
Yeah.
And it's like, but it's funny as a young kid, I would think the same. It's like, I want my house to feel like 69, so I put it at 69 in a couple of minutes. It should feel like that.
But I also feel like that's like common knowledge growing up here.
You know specifically
what I mean?
in Arizona,
I would never fucking set some shit like more than 3 degrees lower than what it's currently at.
Manny, I'm not calling you out, but I know you live with your parents. But like, so what's like?
Are you allowed to change the thermostat?
Yeah, what's like the AC situation? You like it
You got to fight your dad every time.
because I
I
know
don't have a dad.
Oh,
Did have you not?
oh yeah.
you said parents. You said
Sorry.
parents.
Sorry.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Have you not gone to any of my shows?
Yeah, but
That's like 50% of my jokes.
yeah,
I just don't pay attention.
yeah. You went to Catholic high school, so you'd have someone to call father. I remember. I remember.
Is it cool to call you daddy?
It's cool to call you dad.
It's like a personal thing. I don't want to explain it.
May I?
So like, because I know like, especially like when you live with your parents, like they're older, so they a little more fragile. So I know like they like it. Like my parents, now that they're getting older, it gets very cold for them. So sometimes I get home and I get to their house and I'm like, oh, it's a little stuffy in here, and they're like, really? Like I was cold. So like you living with your parent, do you have control of that, or how does that work?
Do
you pay rent?
Huh? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No.
Because you want to, or does your mom make you?
Because I want to help out.
Oh.
Is it you and your mom, or do you have another sibling?
Oh, I have like 2 siblings.
Oh, okay.
But they're okay to be there, right? They should be there.
Yeah.
Why should he not be there?
Dude, I'm moving, dude.
How old are your
But
siblings?
they're allowed.
How old are your siblings?
20.
Are they twins?
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Boy, girl?
Yeah.
You have twin brother sisters?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I like learning new things every day.
That twins could be boy and girl?
Yeah.
They could do
And
that.
that he has some.
Wow.
Wow.
I was all like, we learned a new word today, fraternal.
Wow.
No, but I'm never home. I think like every other weekend.
That's what every old person who lives with their parents still says.
I am. I'm not.
No, it's like I'm never even home. It's like they don't even know. It's like I never see them. It's almost like having roommates.
It's like sleeping in a hotel.
Like what? Like okay, when you meet girls, do you tell them you stay at home, or like do you not right away, or how do you figure that out?
This is a never what?
A girl?
What is that?
He's like, well, if I ever was to talk to one, I think it would go this way.
You mean like the girl at the In-N-Out drive-thru?
It's like I live in the ghetto. You wouldn't want to
She
just get
doesn't
this room here.
ask. Yeah. She just kind of takes my order. I get my protein style wrap, and I go about my way.
Just use a Mills excuse for staying at hotels so much that he has so many points.
Yeah,
That's why I have so many points.
Like, don't you just want to? You want to go back to my place? We have a hotel right here.
Yeah, you don't want to
Or just,
travel.
or just be like, yo, I'm at this Airbnb. I thought it was my own place. Turns out it's this fucking old Mexican lady's house.
Oh, that's a good one. Mask it. Mask it. Yeah. Why are there pictures of you everywhere?
Like, she's a bum ass cook. She is a bitch. We have to ignore her. Maybe
She calls me Mijo.
she will call me Mijo. She's like going crazy. But this is the Airbnb my company put me up in.
Bro, speaking of Airbnbs, have you guys ever stayed at like at a Airbnb in general?
Yeah.
Nope.
Have you guys ever had?
No?
Oh, actually, no. Sorry, that's a lie. I did for a little bit. They
Yeah.
put my company
said.
my company put me in one for like a couple months.
All lying.
I've,
No.
Oh, I had to think about it for a second. Like, wait, no,
We
correction,
just
correction.
covered this like 45
I got used to
seconds
being
ago.
put up in fucking extended stays. I almost forgot about that one I was in for like 4 months, man.
Yeah.
I've only stayed in one, and I didn't read the fucking description properly, and it was a room inside this like mini mansion. So we had went to a concert at the Forum in Inglewood. We literally got a house like miles away. Like
Thought you got a house.
no. So we got a house, but we got a room inside that house, and it was. Oh yeah, go for it. And it was like I'd say a mini mansion because it was a pretty nice sized house, but like it was in the ghetto. Like it was one of those streets where every house was completely different than you know, like
That's LA, dude. Yeah.
yeah, like you know, how, like a
Yeah.
normal neighborhood like that's like properly built will be like
By
a
KB
1-story,
Homes.
a 2-story, a 1-story, a 2-story, and they all kind of look the same. Every house on this block, there was like a mansion, and there was like a trailer, and then there was like it was just all crazy.
Yeah.
But we happened to get the nice one, and it was like a little house in the front, and then behind it was the mansion house. And when we got there was no one there. The people let us in. We had a gate code. There was like a gate or security and everything. It was cool. We got there. There was nobody there. When we got there, though, like the house was like, it was like the storage for the front house. Like you walk in the living room, they had like no furniture. They just had like boxes and stuff everywhere. So they took us up to our room, and then that's when they told us they're like, oh, there's gonna be more people coming like throughout the night. So, you know, like just a heads up. And it was bullshit because there was 2 people that were technically like living there for like they were paying like monthly, and they worked at the airport at LAX.
Nice.
And so, some airport that was close by. And so they lived there. So because they lived there on that floor we were staying at, there was one restroom, and that's where there was their restroom. So our restroom, we had to go downstairs past 2 bedrooms to this back room that was like our restroom. And I remember we went to the concert, ended up Ubering back. I was drunk as fuck, and got there and got up there and started changing. I was like, fuck, I gotta take a piss. So I fell down the stairs.
Oh no.
And everyone that was staying in that Airbnb came out, and they were just like, I was at the bottom, and I was like, I caught myself against the wall on my back, and I look up and I see all the doors start opening, and people are like looking over like the balcony of the stairs, And I'm just like, oh shit. And like, I just like ran off to the restroom because it was right down that hallway. I stayed in there and because I texted my girl and she was like, what was that noise? I was like, I fell down the stairs. And I was like, everyone's outside right now. Like, I don't want to walk back and them see me. And she was like, yeah, I'm looking outside. Everyone's looking like, what's going on? So I was like, text me when everyone goes back in their rooms. And she's like, okay. So I was like in there just waiting forever. But bro, it was the worst because it was like supposed to be like a fun weekend. I was like, bro, I'll get an Airbnb. We'll get like this nice house. And like, bro, we got a room in a house. And it was just like shared with like maybe like 6 other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the worst. It was like we had to lock the door, and like every 10 minutes a fucking plane was flying over us. Like, when I first got there and I saw that, I was like, oh, that's cool. Look at the planes coming over. At like nighttime, I was like, bro, like it would not fucking stop.
You just hit our room, dude.
Yeah. You guys know that big comedy festival country festival they have down in Nashville? So my parents went to this thing. It's big old thing, all the bars and everything, different country artists all throughout the day and everything, right? My parents get an Airbnb, and same thing. It's like these rooms that are almost, the buildings are like the same size and sequential. They get there, well, apparently they're a little connected because it's like, here's one building, or here's one room, here's another room, and then there's a door that connects the two of them, and that's one building and then separates to the next one, right? They get into theirs, and like the first night, this group comes into the other one next to them and tries to get into where they're at. Like they're all drunk and everything, trying to open this door, and they're like, "Let us in!" And then they get to their bathroom, and how you're talking about like you could see other shit. Well, their bathroom window looks into the bedroom of the building across from them. So my dad's like going like this, and he looks over and he looks through the window, and this lady's just staring at him like, "Hi." And then the other crazy thing is the roof. You can go up there and like party and barbecue and stuff. And but they got like a little gate that splits it and stuff. Well, these guys are up there having a good time, partying and shit. And it turned out to be my brother's birthday that same night. So right at midnight, everybody screams happy birthday through like these 2 floors. And then you can hear from the roof, everyone screaming back down, happy birthday. I was just like, well, at least you had a good time, but I'd be awkward too if I'm like trying to take a piss and look over and someone's like in their bedroom going at it or something. I'm just like, all right, well, shit.
Guess I'm not peeing.
Yeah, that's what everyone said. They're like, we're not using this bathroom anymore. We're gonna go find a different one.
Dude, one time, was it Sage and Sand? Is that the one off the highway right there?
Yeah, off 95.
One time we had an open mic over there. At like I was probably like 2 people, and then I was about to go up, and I really had to start taking a shit.
Ooh.
And if you guys don't know, like the stalls there, they have doors, but they don't have a latch.
Oh shit.
And I don't think they want you to shit in there because there's not a toilet seat. Like the butt part, they took that off so you can only piss. So like I had to shit bad. And I was like, okay, cool. Like this guy just went up. There's one more person, and then they're gonna call me. I was like, I think I have time. So I went, and so I'm squatting over this toilet, and I'm holding, and like there's no handle on the door. So I'm like, my hand's like kind of like where the door slams. So I have my hand right there, and someone comes in, and then like they're trying to pull on it, and I'm like pulling on the door. I'm like, I'm in here, and they're like, oh, okay, my bad. Someone comes in and they must have been drunk and they slam against the door, and I had my hands on the door and it fucking slammed on my fingers. Oh. And I was like, fuck. And then I couldn't shit. I was literally constipated. It was the first time I think I've ever felt constipation where like I could feel like not my asshole, but like my bones in my ass were like something was pushing against my bones. And I was like, fuck, like my lower back was hurting, but nothing was coming out. And then my buddy runs in. He's like, bro, they're calling your name. And I was like, oh, fuck, dude. I was like, fuck it. As soon as I stood up, everything kind of just pushed back in. And like, I just could feel it in my stomach the entire time. But it was like one of the worst experiences I've ever had. I don't know why I said that. You said something and it triggered that story. So.
The whole bathroom thing and trying to go when you can't.
Something like that.
Remember when I went to Denver in December for the Colts Broncos thing?
Yeah.
It was like a group of us, and we stayed in an Airbnb, and like as a group we were trying to like hammer down which one we wanted, you know.
It was a house, right?
For
you guys.
it was, yeah, but it was called like the Lower Denver art loft or something. It was
Okay.
like downtown, but they called it an art loft, and the pictures were really like cool and
Loft is
whatever.
always fancy. Yeah.
Yeah. So we get there, and it's like, it's just a building like on a corner, and then there's just emptiness, and then a homeless shelter. Oh shit! So it's just fucking people sitting all around this area, being like, "Hey, you want a beer? You want to buy a beer?" Like they're trying to sell like their spare beers for, I assume drug money. And like, because like most of them don't, like they don't fit in the home, it's like a shelter, but there's still like 200 people like that don't get in every night.
Oh yeah.
And they just crash around the place we've rented. So then you go in, and it's like it's this size, and it's like half kitchen, half living room, and then it's stairs, and then it's a little bigger, but it's like 2 bedrooms, and then it's more stairs to like a third thing, and that's the loft. Like that's the open area. And the reason why we got it is because we needed like fucking 6 beds or some shit. But the way they did it was they just stacked twins everywhere, like in every nook and cranny of this place. So, like the first night, Mike, everyone's dead asleep, and you just heard boom, 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 and he goes, "Ah, shit." And then same thing, like we all took turns like coming out of our rooms, and we're like, "What's going on?" And he's like, "I fell down the stairs." He paused for a second, and if he was in a situation like you, I think he would have ran.
Yeah.
But it's like where
We also knew all you guys.
Correct.
Yeah.
We were gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
And he's like, "I fell," and he fucking ate it like bad. And that's like there should be like a warning when you book a place. They're like, if you're gonna get drunk and pee in the middle of the night, this is not for you.
No.
The bathroom's down a flight.
No, I think
They should. They really should.
I think
If I was an Airbnb host, I'd be like, "Hey man."
Yeah, because you've lived through that.
Yeah, just like,
But like in general, I think just be really good at the pictures you take. When I look at your page and I see what I'm about to rent, show me that there's stairs everywhere, so I know like, oh, the crowd I'm going with, we're probably gonna be drinking, we're probably gonna be drunk, so like it's on the customer. You can't blame the person and be like, "I fell down the stairs. You didn't tell me there's stairs. You knew I was gonna get drunk."
I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
You're wrong, but I get what you're saying.
Wow. Okay. This guy.
For sure. For sure.
He's like, I'm just saying, in the description, just say, like,
Yeah.
if you're going to get drunk, this is probably not the place for you to do it.
Gonna do heroin.
Are you fat and pre-diabetic? Do you pee a lot?
No 911 services within a 10-mile radius.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's all I got.
So sad.
That's it.
You guys watch any good movies lately?
I watched Long Legs last night.
Which one's that one?
I don't know.
Is that with Nicolas Cage?
Yeah.
Where he plays that weird girl? How is
No, it's
that?
a guy. He
Or,
plays
yeah,
a guy.
weird guy. Yeah.
Yeah,
How is
long
that?
hair.
Is it good?
It's fucking crazy.
Is it trippy?
Yeah, it's just so eerie. Well, like for me, like I like.
Is it older?
No, it just came out, I think 2024, maybe last year.
Yeah, because I really want to watch that new movie, Monkey.
Yeah,
Dude,
I just saw
want to
that.
go see that. That looks so good.
Long Legs Monkey. What?
Have you guys seen Planes, Trains, and Automobiles?
Yeah, you old fuck.
Have you seen Uncle Buck?
I did when I was younger.
Yeah. Have you seen Splash? Just John Candy movies?
To be fair, you
Right.
guys are both explaining, or you guys are bringing up 2 scary movies. He's not a big fan of horror or scary.
Horror's the-
Or
I
scary.
I just saw.
I like whores. I don't like horror.
I just watched Down Periscope actually the other day. I love watching stuff like that down
What is
Periscope.
that? What
Kelsey
that?
Grammer, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Classic. It's
He's
like
got a tattoo that says "Ahoy" on
Early
his-
90s, yeah. I think that's like 92, 93.
Yeah, down Periscope, Major Pain, McHale's
Pain,
Navy,
Major
stuff like that.
Pain, yeah.
I love watching a lot of like going back to like the early '90s films because a lot of it they didn't care about stuff. You know, everything was just go for it. You know,
Manny,
and
how
there's a
old are
lot
you?
of comedy.
Huh?
How old are you, Manny?
How old do I look?
30? You're 30. 31.
No.
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Because he's Clayton's age.
I was gonna say you look, I was thinking you look older, but so he's my age. I didn't know Clayton was.
See, to me, you're older.
How old are you?
That hurts. That hurts.
Yeah.
I was like, I think
31.
Like you shit on me for being like 90 or whatever. I feel like you're the 40-year-old. I might be like the 55-year-old.
I never say
but
that.
I feel like yeah.
Are you saying
yeah
I'm-
you do, bitch.
Wait, are you saying I look older than I am?
Oh, for sure.
Oh, get the fuck. He's the first guy that's ever said. He's a fucking hater.
No.
I've heard random
I'm
people just be like, damn, you're 31. I could have swore like you were like 27.
They're gassing you up, honey.
Shut the fuck. You're gaslighting me.
Sweetheart, they're trying to make you feel good,
Shut
babe.
the fuck. I know my worth.
You look like at the youngest 37.
Shut the fuck up.
How the hell does he look older than me?
At the youngest, you look.
That's how you know he's fucking being a bully. He's just doing it to be mean.
You
doesn't mean
look
that.
63.
Jesus Christ. The fucking gray's all showing.
Yeah, this is
Mil-
this
Mil-
is me on the defense.
And I was like, I don't want everyone to know I'm older.
I know I look gross. I know I'm old. I know my dick hasn't worked in a fucking decade.
Oh fuck.
What's up?
No one asked.
I didn't need to say that part.
No, you didn't.
But
It's
I was
not even a full decade. It's like
You know
6
what-
years. It
You know what I
hasn't
like though? I only asked
worked.
Manny.
4, maybe tops. 3 years. Two summers my dick hasn't worked. Big deal. Who hasn't gone through a 2-summer slump
Oh yeah.
where their dick?
What?
I think you're on your own there, buddy.
Maybe like from summer to summer. Just summer specifically when the sun's out.
Jesus.
Weirdo. No, it's what's funny though is I was just asking his age because you guys were bringing up old movies and I was like, I want to know what his age was so I could like, oh, what are you into? But you guys just got so defensive with age.
You're so old.
The one thing I realize is once you say like, "How old do I look?" You're 30.
Yeah.
Fair enough, yeah. I would have guessed 30.
That's true. That's true. In your 20s, you have zero time for that bullshit game. You're like, yeah, I'm clearly younger than you.
No, I've used that line a couple times. We're in Phoenix. We went out to like a club, and I was talking to this girl. And my friend comes up. He's like, "Oh," he goes up to her. She's like, "Do you know how old he is?" I was like, "Dude, what the fuck?"
Wow. Usually it's the opposite. I'm like, how old are you? Oh, if you're under 20, I don't want to talk.
Yeah, and then he just laughed. And I was like, "Fuck you, dude."
Damn. I've actually had to have that conversation with a few girls. They're like 25 and shit. And I'm like, I'm 36. You chill with that? They're like, oh, yeah, I don't mind.
That's a lot.
It is a gap. It is a gap. But that's what I got.
They're looking for the silent alarm.
Wait, at your guys' age, what's the youngest you guys would let's say date?
Ooh, you
Date
want,
25
Checking
and
his
up.
watch. He's got to go.
I was like, do you want the political
He's like, damn, dude, I gotta go. I don't want to answer this honestly, so I'm gonna.
Yeah,
dip.
you're not hooked up to a lie detector test.
I was like, you want the political
Yeah.
answer or the podcast answer?
Just say 26.
What would you feel comfortable with?
If we're talking like dating, probably like 24.
And you're 36?
Yeah.
24?
That's
Yeah.
a lot. That's so much.
What was that, 11 years,
Crazy
12 year
part,
difference?
I've met so many people that have like a 10 to 15 year gap, and they're fucking happy as hell though.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm just at the point where it's a fucking number. If
Was
you're
it 36?
Whoa,
to
it's
26?
as long as you're, let me rephrase this. As long as you're obviously legal age plus, I'm cool with it. Because I've dated women older than me. I've dated girls younger than me. So it just comes down to the
What is-
vibe at that
How
point.
old?
What is the youngest girl you've dated?
The youngest girl I
And
dated?
how old were you?
I was going to say that, but I wanted to hear the age first.
She was 18 and I was 22.
Okay.
18 and 20.
In high school?
Okay, that's
So
In high school?
I've had, so one of them.
That's
So one of the 18-year-olds that I dated was already out of high school. The other one was still in high school, and I legit she's been my best friend for years.
I don't care if a 21-year-old was in high school; it's still fucking.
Right? I told her like I need a CID. I need something that like I feel comfortable with us hanging out. And
Where'd you meet her?
Huh?
Where'd you meet her?
Online, Facebook.
At high school, at the school drop off, pickup.
Right?
Facebook
I'm just sitting there. I'm
Marketplace.
just sitting there in my car. Like, is anybody here over 18? I need to see proof of.
She was
ID.
already in your car.
He just goes. He's like, "Who's 18? Who's 18? No, get the fuck out of here."
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm so confused.
All right, guys, come on.
I was
Answer
like,
my question.
oldest though, I was 18. She was 32.
Okay, that's pretty good.
I mean, oldest woman I've ever gone out with
18
was like.
and 32. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
really
I
good,
think
yeah.
I think
Good
the
on you.
oldest woman though I've ever went out with for a little bit. She was 75. I was 33. I think.
75.
But she was like.
You could be
No shit,
55
no
and
shit.
75
She
would
was
be a
that.
lot.
She was that hot ass gilf
Okay.
though.
No, I get it.
Like,
I get
oh.
it. Cougar.
First of all, how dare you sneak that in as the third example?
That's the one you should start.
Wait, like,
This is a 75.
Where do you take her to?
Where do you get off going like, yeah, I was 24, she was 18. Yeah, I was 18, she was 32. Oh, and then I guess there was that time I was like 30 something and she was like 75. 75?
That's
No shit.
So many years.
No shit.
That's a lot of years,
Actually,
dude.
dude, when we were when I was promoting the show the other week, this guy was like probably like his
75,
late.
fucked up.
No,
you
no,
the
no.
guy?
He was no. He was like his late 20s, but the woman he was with had to have been at least like upper 50s, low 60s.
Fine.
Yeah, I was like, that's actually not bad.
I think like once you have gray hair, you can date each other. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It's,
Well,
75, dude? You
Yeah.
fucked a 75-year-old
Well, how'd you
lady?
meet her? I
Yeah.
want to know how you met her.
Yeah.
Where was the first date?
Facebook dating.
Did she die?
Facebook dating?
Yeah,
Is that real?
yeah. There's an actual in
He
Facebook.
said-
They had the little
He
heart
told
thing.
us last time he was on that Facebook originally was used as like a.
Place to find old ladies.
Yeah,
to
but
bang?
he did say
No,
there's
no,
like a tab.
I was-
that was Meet Me, or my yearbook that turned into Meet Me.
Yeah,
My
but-
yearbook?
But you, but he told us, I didn't know this, but Facebook has like a tab where you can do like Facebook dating.
Look,
Yeah,
I would like to
and
preface this.
an actual
or,
heart, and you can go there.
Or asterisk. I love gilf porn, so I'm not judging you. I'm not judging you.
Oh,
I
yeah.
just, I just want to know, like, what do you talk about?
Yeah.
Like, I want to know, like, okay, you're going to first
Jerry
date.
Lewis?
Like,
Actually, believe it or not, the first time we were together, we went for a walk just around the neighborhood and
Because
just
she
shooting
could.
the shit.
Because she still can.
She was trying to get her steps in.
We were actually talking about going. One of the things
She got to loosen her hip up.
we actually we did that. We went back to my place. We danced for a bit and everything too. Like
dance
she,
for yourself?
no, it was
The
I just put on-
Charleston.
actually, it was cumbia music.
Oh.
That's what she was into,
What was her race?
huh?
What was her race?
Latina.
Yeah.
Yo, that's different.
Yeah.
Because we were all
thought
picturing
she
a
was white.
75-year-old white lady.
No,
Yeah, I was
no,
gonna too.
Named Barbara.
Yeah.
no.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah,
Like,
bro,
anytime you guys go to
but-
movies, she gets a senior discount. It's like, that's the only reason why.
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty good, yeah.
Oh, that's different.
yeah, no, bro. She looked fucking fine as hell too.
Is she dead?
No, as far as I know, she's not.
Yeah.
Were you add as a beneficiary
Let's
to her
call
account?
her.
She at least be like 80 right now.
No,
Can
maybe.
you show us a picture?
I don't have a picture of her anymore.
Of
You're
course
30.
she does.
No, this is like 2 years ago. You're saying.
Yeah.
Did she send you? Did you?
No, I never asked and she never sent, and I was not dissatisfied when
Wait, what? Wait. Dissatisfied with what?
let's just say she didn't need WD-40 for anything.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Nice.
Her vagina was moist
Very.
Thank
at
you.
75 years.
Thank you. Yeah.
It smelled like Ben Gay, dude.
Emil's the translator.
Her vagina.
Actually, it smelled like champurrado.
ay ay ay.
It's disgusting.
Again, we've had this discussion. I've had
He's into
some-
that stuff. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
all kinds of shit. But legit, when it comes down to like serious dating, no, I try and keep it within 24 to like 32.
76. Like I try to keep
I'm
a
a
window.
I'm a very firm believer. There's a difference between someone you have sex with and someone you're in love with. That's where I put that.
That's why I said dating, yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't at
dating
any
is
point
completely
So wait.
say you're gonna fall in love with the old lady.
She was chill as fuck. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Yeah,
like
she
I had a
didn't
good time
go
with
out.
her.
Or is she gonna go around?
Have you ever like talked to like an older lady and you're like,
Imagine that's the one that breaks your heart.
Are you gonna
That bitch was for the streets.
Are you gonna go to Carlos's house?
Right.
it would make sense.
She left me for her chiropractor.
Did she?
No.
Oh my god!
That's so good.
That'd
be so good.
You gotta write that
that's
down,
so
dude.
good.
For real.
Yeah,
That
for
one's
sure.
gonna work at the Arizona Marketplace.
For sure.
No, don't
Yes,
write that one down.
absolutely. I'll write it down. Write it down, dude. You banged a 75-year-old. She left you for a chiropractor. You
I
gotta
still
do it.
have the fucking how Arizonians, when they're out in the sun too long, they start to look like chicharrones to me because of their skin. I fucking get all hungry and shit.
Hell yeah.
That's good.
It's just like fucking 75.
I hate-
75.
I hate that he went to the restroom right now because I got to go pee too. And so I was like,
You
we
wanted to
could just
go?
end this right now, but he's in the restroom.
Ah.
I'll say this. Oh shit. He'll say that. I'll say when I was
A young boy.
20, when I was 20, no, 19, no, 18.
Somewhere around that age, the lows.
Yeah, I think I got with a 35-year-old.
Hell
I think
yeah.
that happens for a lot of 18-year-olds. They find
That
that,
happened to
MILF.
me.
You
Yeah.
find that MILF at some point in your life. You get that experience, and you're like, damn, fucking older
that's-
women. I understand it now.
That's when I lost my virginity at 18, and it was to my coworker who was 31.
Very nice. Was it awkward, like going back to work the next day?
No, and that's the good thing about them being older is
Yeah.
they're more mature about
Bro,
it.
totally.
They're just like whenever
Yeah.
you're like, hey, like I think I found this other girl that I'm talking to. They're like, I get it.
Yeah.
I totally understand. This was fun, but
I
no, I totally
I
get
like
it.
panicked. We started dating or hooking up or whatever.
Damn. I think I love you.
No. It was like over probably Christmas that we started. And so like between New Year's and Thanksgiving and Christmas. And so it lasted till about, when's the Super Bowl? February? Like probably mid-February, like right before Valentine's Day. And she was like, hey, so like you're still hanging out with me and doing stuff. Like I'm going to expect you to like do stuff for Valentine's Day, you know? Like,
oh, wow.
Get me something, you know? But that was just her like mature 31-year-old way of being like, this is how you treat women if you want to be with them, you know? Like you got to be ready. And I panicked and just went to a basketball game with my friends and ghosted, like ignored her completely. And then
I was like, ew, no.
yeah, I was like, no, I don't want to do that. And then like on Monday or whatever, when I went back to work, she came up to me and she was like, you know, like we're gonna break up and I'll be fine, but you have to understand that I'm never gonna fuck with you again. And I was like, oh no, there's like real, because I just thought at that point, you could talk your way out of stuff, you know what I mean? But when they're that mature and like not for fuck shit,
Dude, yes.
yeah, she was just
That's-
like, I hope you enjoyed it because it's
Bro.
never happening again.
That's
I
so
was just
funny.
Like, oh.
Because my first time with that lady that was 35, I worked at the place where she was like the office lady in there. And so like eventually somehow I got her number and we would flirt over text. And then at one point, like I think I was just so in my head. I was like, what if we get caught? Like, what if, because I think she was going through a divorce, but like the husband still lived at their house. But she was like, no, we're divorcing and stuff. So I was like, damn. So I was like very scared. Like, what if he gets her phone, whatever. So there'd be times where like I just wouldn't reply. And the next day at work, like when I'm clocking out, because you had to go into the office to clock out, there was one time like I remember I clocked out and there was no one in the office but her. She was in the front desk, and she's like, hey, come here. And so like I said, she was mature about it. I'm fucking 18. I'm like, what do you want? And so she's like, come here. And I was like, what's up? And so she sits me down and she was like, what's up? Like, you don't want to text me no more? Like, why haven't you been replying? And I'm like, and I at that point, up until that point, I've never talked to a girl that came at me that way, like, how come you don't reply back? Like, most of the time, if I didn't respond, they were just like, oh, I guess we're done talking, and would just leave it alone. But those were childish girls. This was a woman, and she wanted to talk it out and, like, understand why I stopped talking to her, and I was just like, I don't know. Like, I was very childish about it because she was like, "Come on, what's wrong? Like, did you not like the pictures I sent you?" And I'm just like, "Oh, I don't even, I mean, they were cool. No, I liked them. I was trying to be cool, but also just be like, fuck, this is my first time like with someone that's telling me what they want and how they want it, and like telling me what their problems are. And it's like, oh, I was a kid. I didn't fucking know how to deal with it. Yeah. Even now, I don't know how to. When my girl starts crying to me and like telling me like her feelings, I'm like,
ew, go to the room.
Cool. Like, I pat her on the back. You know, I still get awkward. So especially like at that age, like, yeah, like she was just coming at me very mature, and I'm like, oh wow, like I didn't know we talked this out. I thought you just kind of left me alone if I stopped talking to you.
Well, I gotta feel like once you like when you're 21 to 25, like you start talking about like certain stuff. You start talking about your dreams, and then when you're like 25, 26 to like, 30, 31, you start talking about like, okay, what are you doing right now?
What do you mean?
Huh? Like, so like for example, let's say like I go up and I'm like, I tell like a girl that's like 21 or whatever that I'm a comedian or whatever. They're like, oh my god, that's so amazing. But if you tell like somebody that's like 29, they're like, cool.
They see you as like you're doing like you're a YouTuber, like you're doing some like just like, oh cool, like that's not gonna last long, but okay.
Yeah.
Like they see the realness of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I kind of feel like that's like
that's kind of good though.
You know?
That's kind of good though. If you're talking to someone like that and you're doing what you're doing, they kind of put you in your place. Like, that's cool you're doing that, but like it's nothing really special. So like, don't be really too proud of it. Like, chill out.
It's like I'll go to 1.
Opposed to like the girl that's like, oh, my boyfriend, he does stand up and like he's so funny. Like, he knows like Dave Chappelle and stuff. Like, what the fuck, bitch? You don't want that. You want some girl that's just like kind of grounds you. So that's why I don't know, man. Like sometimes it is like you do have to find someone older. Yeah. Here I am with someone younger, but still, you know what I'm saying? Like you get I'm a person of this, but you get in that trap of a young girl saying like a lot of people say I'm very mature for my age. I have mature conversations.
No, you don't.
That means you're boring, bitch. I'm sorry. But if you're 21 and someone's like, I mean, you have mature conversations like you're 30, that means you're a boring person. So don't go out there saying that stuff. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, a mature conversation is not a fun conversation.
It's not. It really is.
No matter what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so chill out on that.
Yeah. I think there's that fine line when people are like, oh, you do comedy, you play games and stuff like this. Oh, you're kind of immature for your age or some crap like that, right?
Yeah.
But then it's like, well, okay, let's have a real conversation. What do you want in life? What are your career goals? And then they're like, oh, and like they don't expect that. And it's like, well, I have my mature side. I have my immature side. I have the let's go have fun and have a good fucking time. And then there's the complete like, oh no, we need to get down to business and get serious. And some people don't expect that as well. Like you're one or the other. You're always serious all the time, or you're always fun and immature, but you're never serious. And it's like, what's wrong with having both? People don't want both anymore.
Did you have to get her glasses a lot?
How are her appointments?
Yeah. He's still stuck on that.
I can't.
This is officially the conversation of the night.
Yeah. No, this is. I'm like not joking that I like old lady porn.
No,
I like old lady porn.
But you know what? It is a thing though when you want to show them a video and you hand them their phone.
Yeah.
You don't say anything. She don't say anything.
You
but you see her.
Glasses, yeah.
You see her adjust her glasses.
She's looking for her glasses.
Yeah.
She does this.
Yeah. So you're just like, oh, fuck, she's in the glasses thing.
And she's all like, I just need to put on some baby
did
powder.
Did she do that
first.
every time she blew you?
She actually didn't wear glasses either.
She had to drop them to see that thing.
I think the glasses are hot. I think keep them on.
Depends on the person. Some people they put on glasses like
fucking bifocals.
Right.
Hey. Yeah. Right?
Totally right.
I've had a few friends that went from contacts and they put on their spares, and I'm like, damn. They're like, what? I said, keep the glasses on. Yeah. I'm just like, trust me, you look like a sexy librarian right now.
I want to come on those. It's like, why don't you want to be friends anymore?
Right. And then wipe them like they're windshield wipers when you're done.
I forgot I think there was a movie that did that too. They had the little windshield wipers when the glass got wet.
That's great.
I'm just curious, like, okay, it's like how
oh boy, this all became I wasn't even like trying to make this conversation lean towards me. This
like how many dates?
How many
I want to know how many dates. How was the conversations over text?
Most of them are just talking about like her family and stuff.
Or did she use a pager?
To be clear, you had sex with this 75-year-old woman.
Yeah.
penis into vagina.
Yes.
Okay. So
It's like there ain't enough people watching this podcast for me to worry about it anyway.
yeah.
Oh wow.
Fucking next thing I know, all of you, that's him. That's the Gil fucker. Every time I go on stage, they're gonna be like, "Hey, how's Rosa doing?"
Yeah.
Our name is Rosa. Okay.
No, I'm just throwing out generic.
All right.
old
I'm gonna go
Latina
through his
lady.
friends list and type in Rosa.
Yeah.
Fucking everyone's going on Facebook now trying to find her.
That's crazy, dude. I don't even know what type of conversation you'd have. Like, how are your grandchildren?
No, we were talking about like her kids and their family and stuff, and things that she still wants in life and things. Like it was fun. It was legitimate, like
Another 10
fun,
years.
like it was like that fun, mature conversation. Like you're talking about things you want, but it wasn't like so serious that, like how you said, the conversation's boring. Like it was actually good conversation to have. Like I was actually enjoying myself.
Yeah.
Oh, you were. Oh, hell yeah, you were.
In more ways than one.
That's crazy.
All right, guys, we're gonna wrap up. Before we go, how can we find you guys on social media?
Huh? Go for it.
Or actually, no. Actually, before one more time, you guys' show you guys got coming up.
Oh yeah, you want to bring up the raffle?
All right, let's bring it up, dude.
Bring it up.
All right. I'm getting older. We got 2 shows for you guys. March 1st and March 15th. Again, you can find us on
I'm dead on.
Flannel Daddy Manny on IG, Snapchat. I'm kidding. TikTok.
No, he's not.
TikTok. But yeah, we have a couple comedians coming from Phoenix. A couple of them like stopping by to go to San Diego. We got good show for you guys. Again, like the first show, me and him are doing about 15 minutes. My first 5 minutes are about talking shit about Yuma, so that's sick. But yeah, overall, like it's gonna be fun, you guys. It's somewhere different, somewhere that we're not used to, but come show up, you guys.
Yeah. So tickets are $10. You can either pay via the QR codes that we have all over Facebook and Instagram on any of our pages. You can also find the link on the Arizona Marketplace, which is where the event's going to be held. It's actually going to be over by the food court area, not on the small stage, but in the event center that they have in the back. So we're going to have some very nice slides, some seating up in the front, some round tables, and everything to go. You can also purchase tickets the same day between 5 and 6. The show's going to go from 5 to 7. We're also going to be giving away 2 tickets to either show. Thanks to Slob on the Pods for bringing us on for that. Go ahead and comment which show you like to see. And then when this airs, we will go ahead and wait about another day or 2. And we will do a little random raffle on either Facebook or Instagram. So keep an eye out for that. And then we'll hit you up and see which show you want to go to.
Okay. Cool.
Get on down to Arizona Marketplace. Dude.
Yeah, it's definitely
Damn.
this definitely something new and fun for both of us. We learned a lot doing this too, between just like promoting and figuring out how to get the crowd in and everything like that. So it's definitely been a good experience. But I'm excited to see Yuma get some more laughs out here. Definitely, it's I think a need, especially with the snowbird season starting to end.
Yeah, and that spot is like set up for. It's a venue. It's like it's where they do the auctions. You said.
Yeah. So that back area, it's like a giant shed over by the beer, wine, and food stands. Mm-hmm. It's like back right of that place. You can't miss it once you get back there. But they got like these lights that go all the way around the top. I mean, Suzanne, the one that's in charge of the venue, the manager there, she's supporting us so much. Chairs, audio, helping us promote and everything. So, I mean, we found a really good partner to bring these shows out. And then just finding our guys, Guy Hanna's great. He's been out to Yuma a few times. Chris Erb's pretty good. And then JC and Keith we're excited for. JC's been out this way. He's done some stuff with Cody. Keith's a clean comic as well. So if you're looking for a clean comedy, we will have at least one of those guys. But most of the parts going to be 18 and up.
A clean Cody comedy, all Ks.
Thank God that is not a thing right now. But yeah, it's exciting. One show's going to be a headliner, 2 features, an opener, and Brianna is going to be hosting for us. And then JC and Keith are going to co-headline. Juan Montoya is going to be featuring. I'll be opening. And then Manny over here is going to be our host for the second show.
Hell yeah.
Keith Ellis is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So it's March 1st. Search Comedy Liquidation on Eventbrite.
Mm-hmm.
March 15th, you search Comedy Vice.
Yeah, they sent that Vice picture, and we were like, we're rolling with this.
That is cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like the guys that train the tigers.
Yeah.
The brothers.
Well, the thing is, like, they sent that.
They're not brothers. They are definitely gay lovers. Sigmund
Sigmund and Floyd?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, those guys are fucking.
Oh, okay. I thought
sure.
they were brothers.
Nah.
They're fucking brothers.
Not at all. One's blonde and one is.
You never know.
Yeah, true that. Well, guys, I want to say thank you guys for keeping fucking comedy alive in Yuma, especially after Cody died.
Yeah.
After putting on all those shows, and I was like, what's going to happen now? But you guys are putting on shows. We got fucking Pauly and them, Yuma Noise putting on shows. So it's dope to see. Obviously, in the past 5 years that I've been here, when I got back, I didn't see all this. So it's really cool to see all this stuff. You guys putting on shows, keeping that alive. So I appreciate that, especially if a fan of comedy. And someone that wants, at some point another opportunity to go and do stand-up. It's cool you guys are providing that. So thank you, because I know it's always tough, to set up a whole new scene and new stage and fucking venues and stuff, and calling in fucking people from out of town. It's got to be crazy. So I appreciate you guys doing that.
Yeah, and if you're from Yuma, you want to try doing stand-up, and if you have questions, you could always reach out to us, and we could kind of help you in the journey of it.
There you go. Yeah.
And come out and see what happens.
Yeah, no, don't be afraid to message me or Manny. We're always looking for people to possibly book for future shows.
There you go. Yeah.
But mostly Leche if you're like 75. And
It's like-
you just like need someone to
Specifically
talk
hit
to.
that line.
If you're feeling a little lonely at the senior setting,
yeah.
call Leche.
Yeah.
And I work at a freaking skilled nursing home, bro.
On purpose.
Yeah.
On purpose, dude.
It's just like, this is where I find my dating pool now.
All right, guys. Well, fucking, I love you, Leche. Manny, I love
I
you.
love you guys.
Emil, I love you.
I love you.
We're out, guys. Play the song.
Play this song.
See
Play
ya.
this song.